the statement which was made by the Chief Justice, Alfonse Dollo, which is raising our concern. He said that lawyers should stop putting pressure to the judges to grant bail to their clients. There have also been statements made by General Museveni about denying bail to the accused, especially those accused of political offenses. The political legal statement made by the Chief Justice seeks to implement Museveni's directive, and in our view, it is so unfortunate being pronounced by the Chief Justice himself. The Freedom Party is well aware that application for bail is a right, and in some circumstances, there is also mandatory bail, which is also a right. And the statements made by the President and being reinforced by the Chief Justice are really concerning, as the country is being faced with cadre judges that have led the whole judiciary into state capture. For instance, what did the Chief Justice mean by lawyers forcing the judicial officers? Who were the judicial officers that reported to him that they were being forced by lawyers to grant bail, and to who, without a legal process? I know bail application is a legal process, and there are certain conditions to be satisfied by any lawyer on behalf of the client, and they are argued. After the argument, the judicial officer may offer the bail or may not grant bail. But to say that certain judicial officers are being intimidated by what? And who are those who are intimidating them? Can the Chief Justice tell the country who were the judicial officers who reported that they were being intimidated or forced by lawyers to grant bail to their clients? I think statements such as this one seek to destroy the bad image already the judiciary is in, especially after Justice Baguma denied mandatory bail to General Kizza Besigye and Obedi Lutale just recently. We want to urge the Chief Justice to resist from making political statements, because they destroy the bad image the judiciary is in the face of bail application. Otherwise, we politicians will force him to think about going back to Agago and face the electorate and come in the political arena, which we don't want, because we give him the honor and decorum he deserves. The second issue which was put on notice was in respect of the Electoral Commission of Uganda, which they call the Independent Electoral Commission. Independent Electoral Commission. And it is in respect to what we put on notice as the population quota. The population quota is the quotient of the numbers in terms of the population divided by the constituencies to get the quotient, the number of people who are supposed to be represented by each of the constituencies. And this one comes 1 year after the population census is done, in order to guide the Electoral Commission to make demarcation for new constituencies based on population numbers in each of the constituencies. This has not been done. If it was done, maybe I was in coma, and we need an explanation. Let me tell you, Article 63(3) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda stipulates how the constituencies are created. And 63(3) clause 2 stipulates the creation of counties by Parliament. And 63(3) clause 3 reads, subject to clause 2 above, the boundaries of the constituency shall be such that the number of inhabitants in the constituency is as nearly as possible equal to the population quota. The May 2024 population census establishes the total number of citizens, inhabitants in Uganda, where the total population is 45,905,417 people in Uganda. And therefore, on the basis of the constituencies that we have, which is 353, we can establish the number of people that are supposed to be represented in parliament in each of the constituencies easily. And we can also regionalize it. You'll forgive me, this one can take a little bit long, but it is something that you need to know and the country needs to know, because the Electoral Commission either is sleeping on job or they are not doing their job very well. Recently, we saw the redemarcation of certain electoral areas, especially for councillors, in some parts of this country, and no explanation was given. No explanation was given to political parties, but somehow we are seeing reorganization of boundaries of electoral areas for councillors in certain parts of the country. How could they deny us an explanation how they are doing it? They need to give an explanation, especially to leaders of political parties. So, as they are doing that, they should have done the same to the constituencies which make parliament. But without explanation, they are not doing it. Now, to make this point clear, we need to divide to give you how we are deriving our arguments on the number of constituencies that should be in Uganda. We can also derive how many constituencies need to be abolished so that we save taxpayers' money. We can also derive how many sub-counties that can be formed out of our population, how many parishes can be demarcated, and how many can be abolished to save taxpayers' money or money that has gone to ghost parishes in terms of PDM. If you allow me to read for you, I will go as follows. Buganda region has a population of 11,171,924. Then when we add Kampala, which is 1,797,722. Western region with 11 million, 0.5. Eastern region with 10.8, close. Northern region with 9.9. We shall come to the sum which was made by the Electoral Commission. Now we are doing Electoral Commission's work such that we know that when you divide this with the number of constituencies that we have, each of the constituency will have 130 persons, 130,249 per constituency. So this is called the population quota. The Electoral Commission cannot run away from this. The population quota is derived by dividing the total number of people as per census, which is 45 million and above, by the number of constituencies to get 130,249 people. You know, in Uganda, you find a constituency member of parliament representing 4,000 people. In Nansana municipality, you'll have a member of parliament representing over 700,000 people. But another one is representing 4,000 in parliament, earning the same salary. Why we have this quota is to ensure that the number of people represented in parliament in each of the constituencies are equal or close to equal. Or close to equal to that number. And this is a constitutional matter. an obligation to the Independent Electoral Commission to make those demarcation, and in as much as possible, the numbers in each of the constituencies should be as close as possible to the population quota. Chile municipality alone has about 4 constituencies in one. Nansana. Even Buikwe South should have even 2 constituencies, which I represent in Parliament, and many others. Now the Electoral Commission should be in position to come out and tell us how are they redemarcating the lower council level representation and fail on the constitution mandate given to them. We have made calculations on the basis of the population quota, and we are seeing that Buganda region should have 99 constituencies, Western region should have 89 constituencies, Eastern region should have 83, and Northern region should have 76 constituencies. And that one, the total of those constituencies will be 348, which is the 5 constituencies less than the constituencies that we have today, the basis of which we never knew. And that will save taxpayers money.